Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another training for the press handstand. And I've given this training 1.5 to 2 weeks ago. I hope you actually did this training a few times. So I personally did it 4 times, 4.5. One time I stopped halfway because of the heat. Well, that's everybody's problem at the moment. So let's say it one more time. The heat sucks. Then, so due to those times that I trained it, I actually did already notice some progression. So I hope actually really that you guys are trying this and doing this multiple times a week, so 2 or maybe even 3 times a week to actually get the progression that you're looking for. For me, the wrists are actually fine. So they hurt during the training, which is okay. I mean, if something hurts during when you train itself, it's fine, as long as it afterwards doesn't hurt. For me, that was not the case. So if I did the training one day and I did it 1 or 2 days later, doesn't matter actually. The pain in the wrist felt exactly the same and I didn't have any problems with it. If you did, I have a few nice exercises for you, which I'll show in a minute. First, we're gonna warm up the wrists and everything, and then let's get to work. All right, so we're gonna start again by putting the feet apart, touching the side or the bottom, and twisting your arms upwards. Just make sure that your legs are nice and warm, that your arms are nice and flexible, especially the shoulders. Alright, lean down, hands on the ground so you can already little bit push on the on the wrists. I'm gonna say elbows a lot today. Bend down all the way, make sure that the legs are straight. Alright, put your feet next together. Rotate your shoulders. Same as last time, so try and touch your ears before going forward and say backwards. Touch them and then open them so that everything in your shoulders is nice and warm. And we're going to do this one once more. Make sure that the legs are nice and flexible. Put them a bit wider if you can. Alright, stand up again, twist backwards. Okay, stretch out all the way out, hands upwards, and a bit relaxed, and stretch out, and a bit relaxed, and stretch out. Nice. Let's start by rotating the wrists. So this is the basics for your wrists, of course. Make sure that they're nice and warm. Flapper them around a bit. Rotate, clock, clock. Alright, put them next to each other. So nice same, push over to both sides a bit. And of course, opposite directions. The other one as well. You can nicely push down. Alright, and then we're gonna go down again. Support. So you can actually see my hands. Alright. Support first, high plank. Just a nice and steady movement for your hands. Alrighty. Come sit on your knees. From there we're going to pressure the arms a bit, so you're going to lean forward. I'll show from the side. From here you're going to lean forward and try and keep the hands flat on the floor. So what you see with me is that a lot of times this actually loosens from the ground or comes off the ground. Try and keep that down with the same amount of shoulder pressure. So we're going to start rotating the wrists a bit, so point your fingers all the way sideways. I'm going to do the same, lean forward and lean a bit backwards. And then we're going to rotate the wrists even more, all the way to the back, and pull your body towards yourself. And again, rotate a few times. So we're going to walk around, try and turn them inwards as far as you can. This always hurts a bit in my shoulders, but that's alright. Put them upside down, so with the hands upwards. Rotate a few more times. And then I think the wrists are quite warm.
So just for your knowledge, if you have a bit of pains in the wrist, you can do this one quite a few times. So if you do this, for example, every day, a few repetitions, so moving the wrist forward and backwards, this will actually give more strength in the wrist, which will help. So this is one. The other one only from upside, so you can still see this. This is my hand palm up. So you pull it in, and put it back. Mini bicep curls, but then not for the biceps. The same one, of course, upside down. This one is a bit heavier, so try and not get too heavy of a weight. There we go. So from here, you pull your hands upwards. This one is quite heavy, but that's all right. That's some exercise that you can do to strengthen your wrists.
Okay, so first of all, we're going to start by making a few handstands again to make sure that if we're upside down, we're actually feeling like we're upside down. So let's first start by that. Do 3 or 5 handstands that are either loose through the wall or against the wall, your own choice of a few seconds. Make sure to stabilize your handstand. Push out all the way in the shoulders, feet are up, and go backwards again. We do this a few times. Nice and supportive. Hands are up or down, actually quite close to the wall. And go back again. So during these trainings, I notice that I do my handstands like this. So my thumbs are pointing forward, and this helps me with the flexibility in the wrists so that I can actually use them correctly. Rotate your wrists if they hurt already a little bit. Make sure that you take enough breaks for them. Alright, feeling good. One last time. That's the one. Nice. Okay, rotate your wrists again. So I'll show you my progression. I've actually made some progression already, and I'll point the camera in the direction of the wall. So I'll also put in the video how my handstand looked last time. There we go. And I'll show you now how they look. So I can actually go from this position to the handstand with relative ease. So this is for me 5 trainings, but for 5 trainings I don't expect it to go that fast for everybody, and that's why we're today just gonna do again some very nice basics which you can practice anytime when you want. All right. The first thing that we're going to do is making a handstand against the wall with the hands approximately 20 to 30 centimeters away from the wall. And from that motion, you're going to push out 5 times with your shoulders against the wall and push back again. Shoulders against the wall, push back. Yeah. So this is what we're going to do 5 times. So your hands are approximately 20 to 30 centimeters away. Feet are against the wall, and from here, shoulders and back. And back. Shoulders and back. We're going to do it rounds of 3, makes it a bit less heavy. And relax the wrists. Gonna do this 3 times. Yeah, 3 times per round. Times 3, 9 repetitions. Rotate the wrist nicely. Make sure to get some rest. All right, let's go again. Feet against the wall. Shoulders against the wall. And back. 3 times and done. All right. One last time after this one, rotate the wrist. So a general thing that I've noticed during the past week is that my back tends to do this, which you don't want during the press handstand. If you do that, then you'll never actually go back down again, since everything is stuck in the motion, except you're super flexible. But in most cases, that means that this is going to happen. So you're here, and if this happens, then I can actually not get my shoulders against the wall. So that means that within my handstand, I'm not actually able to make this nice shoulders forwards and then the body upwards movement. Yeah? One more time, in handstand, shoulders against the wall and press back again. Let's go. Oh, that's a bit far away. Don't go too fast. There we go. And relax. Take a break. Relax the wrists. Rotate them a few times. Okay, so the next exercise, what I have noticed as well during the last week is a very nice one to make the handstand with your face towards the wall, the hands as far away as your feet actually come, and then you walk down with your hips above your hands and your shoulders. Yeah? So this is kind of the press handstand movement, but then only the going down part, and it's supported by the wall. Yeah. So we're gonna make a handstand, and I hope I'm actually visible. There we go. Okay. So your hands are approximately, well, in my case, quite far. Some cases, a little less far. As far away from the wall as your legs are. So you're standing like this. Yeah. Nice motion, so your chest is pushed out, your legs are straight, and your hips have a little bend, it's okay. And then from here, your shoulders go forward, you walk down until your feet are horizontal. And go back up again. Do this 3 times. So this is also a bit of flexibility. And up again. You notice that the shoulders go forward a bit. And relax. Alright. So what you especially notice is that when you walk forward, if you don't want to fall over, your shoulders need to press forwards, which is the pressing movement that you need to do during press handstand. There you go. Gonna do this once more, and afterwards an extra time, so every time 3 times 3 repetitions. Take a break for the wrist. Alright, put your hands away from the wall again. Further they are away, the easier it's eventually going to be. So, from this nice position, you walk forward again, or downward. Hips are above your hands. And you walk back again. Backwards doesn't need to be very neat. And then go up. One last. And down. Pull. And relax. Give the wrists some rest. So you notice it's not the easiest exercise. If you feel like 3 times 3 is too much, just do it 4 times 2 or 3 times 2. Take your own pace and make sure that you repeat the exercise what is nice for your body to repeat it for, yeah? So, relax the wrists a bit still. Wipe the hands off a bit since it's quite warm. Otherwise I'm slipping forward. Rotate the wrists. Okay, we do this one last time. Hands away from the wall, thumbs forward. Nice movement, motion, and hold. And go back. Alright, one more time, or 2 more times actually. And back. And one last one. Relax. Relax the wrist, give yourself a break. Take your time, don't forget to drink because it's 30+ degrees still. Or maybe not anymore, depends on when you do this training. Alright. So shake off the wrists. So what we're going to do for the next round is handstands against the wall, shoulders against the wall, get your feet down. So think about the motion that you did while having the feet against the wall and your shoulder here. Now we do it the other way around. Think about where you were. Yeah, so shoulders forward, thumbs forward, hip keep high, and then your feet go down. Yeah, so let's try this from this position. So it's a handstand against the wall. From here, shoulders against the wall, and then everything goes down. Slowly, you can do it spread, do it as slow as possible. Okay? This you should feel in the back, because the back is pulling so that you actually don't fall over yet. Make sure that the hips, so your feet go down, go down, go down, and your hips actually rotate around that part. Don't let them just be like this. Rotate them with the legs. I hope it's clear. If not, ask me what I mean by it later on. Okay, we're gonna try this 3 times, very slowly. Hands are just 20 centimeters, 30 centimeters away from the wall, whatever you feel is nice. Okay, here we are, shoulders against the wall, and from there, slow motion. And relax. So what you also see a little bit is that my arms, when going downwards, bend quite slightly. I hope this is not too much. In theory, you should be able to do this with straight arms. For me, that's still a bit difficult, but this is the way that I'm practicing it. Later on, we'll probably keep the arms straight and we'll practice this later. All right, last repetition, and after that, it's a bit of flexibility and power. Yeah, last try. Hands close to the wall. Here we go. Shoulders against the wall. Slowly. A bit fast, because there was no power left. All right, take a break. Relax the wrists. I think that's more than enough for the wrists for today. So most of the rest is going to be less of wrist intensity. Let's go. All right. So the first part of flexibility is going to be legs straight, and we're in this case going to do this with a straight back. You're going to bend forward as far as you can with only straight back. Yeah, so this part doesn't go here, it stays up there. If you can keep your hands up, which helps keeping the back straight, and there you go. Keep this flexibility going. And relax for a second. So the back straight is eventually what you want. Semi needs to be a bit pushed out, of course, but for flexibility, it's mostly going to be semi straight back. So this is something that you want to practice for the press handstand. Yeah, straight back again. Sit up, hands up, and from here, press your chest forwards. Not your belly or your nose, press your chest. Keep this position. And relax. So of course we're also going to do this with spread legs, and from here, again, chest is open, shoulders are up, hands are upwards, and we go down. For most people, this is going to be a bit easier. And go down or up again, actually. Relax for a second. Twist your back. So this exercise you can actually do whenever you want, right? You can do this anytime that you're awake. So please practice this if you're not flexible enough. It does actually help with the press handstand. Not per se that you need to be flexible to do it, but you need to have some sort of flexibility to actually reach for the correct location where it's going to be the easiest to do your press handstand. Yeah, of course there's going to be people that can do a planche, so you don't actually have to be flexible, but then the practice is going to be way more difficult. Hands up and press forwards. Push your chest down. And go up again. Alright. Relax a bit. Make sure that everything is nice and flexible. Alright. Next exercise is going to be a bit of power training. So, or actually we can do a little bit more flexibility, right? So I'll put this a bit upwards. There we go. So the feet are on the ground, and from here we're gonna push out to here. You're gonna try and do this if you can on your tiptoes, and you're gonna lean forward to your shoulders, lean forward, and lean forward. Alright. Eventually, the press handstand is going to be the easiest if in this position your hips are as high as possible above your hands. So if you can actually lean like this with your hips above your hands, then you could, in theory, let go of your feet, right? Because the motion is exactly above. Do this a few more times. Support your hands down, push up, and relax. Lean forward, push up, and relax. And one more time. And relax. So for me, I also feel this in the abs a little bit. That means that I'm actually pulling my hips up a bit. So when you're in that position, these are my hands, these are my hips, you can actually try and pull this upwards a little bit so that you feel your abs working. All right, let's go for a few power exercises, and then we're done for the training for this week. I think that if you do this one again 3 times a week, you should be fine. So I'm gonna start in bear stance. Bear stance is like this. Yeah, shoulders are forward. From this position, you're gonna push out, push back, push out, push back. Okay, gonna do this 10 times. Every time that you go forward, make sure that the shoulders are over your hands. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so your shoulders every time go to the front of your hands or beyond your hands. And if you can also do this with straight legs. So it's going to be exactly the same exercise. We're going to do it again. Give your wrists a little rest, but doesn't matter. So you can also do this with straight legs, which is also flexibility again. From here, lean forward and go back. Now it doesn't really matter where your hips are going, but this will give you some pressure on the shoulders. All right, relax your wrist a little bit more, and then we'll do 10 repetitions again of this nice bear stance exercise. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Point the thumbs forwards, knees down, hips up, nice and ball, pressed out chest. From here, move forward and back. Move forward and back. 4, 5, halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9, and number 10. Okay, so I'm gonna put you up again. There we go. For today, I want to keep it with these exercises, since the wrists are always a bit hurtful. You can of course repeat also the exercises from last time. There we go. So for today, what we've done is handstands against the wall. Let our shoulders fall towards the wall and push them back again. Afterwards, we did handstand with the face to the wall. Walk down with the feet and make sure that the shoulders go before the hands and the hips stay exactly above the hands. For me, that's also a bit of flexibility So keep that in mind that you actually practice this. Afterwards, we made handstands against the wall with the back, and then we let our feet go down. And after that, we did some flexibility and some power, and that's it for today. Yeah, I hope you really put some effort in this. For me, it helps actually putting some effort in this. So I already made progression as I've shown you, and I actually hope that you are making some progression too. I'll see you next time.